Hello, I'm Dr. Deb, the Travel Doctor, and I want to talk to you today about preparing for a COVID-safe workplace. The recent events in Victoria and New South Wales have really highlighted how easily this virus can take hold. It's like we're a forest full of fuel, and it only takes a little spark and this virus will just take off through the community. So it's up to everyone to make sure that their workplace is as safe as possible. And it's very important to have written protocols. When you're thinking about how to prepare your workplace to be more safe, there are basically four things. There's people, place, time, and space. Firstly, people. Whoever is coming into your workplace, you need to make sure that they are, firstly, well. You need to make sure that you've got good sick leave policies, that anyone who comes into the workplace, you ask them, do you have any symptoms? Now, this could be workers, it could be visitors, customers. Do you have any symptoms? Have you been in any hotspots? And ideally, you should probably take their temperature. Now, only about 60% of people who have COVID will have a fever, but it's a way of excluding some of them. The second thing is your place well set up. Do you have a way of getting into the premises without having to touch anything? Like, do you have to push on the door to get in? Maybe you need to open the door and hold it open. Are your high touch surfaces regularly cleaned? So backs of chairs, benches, areas where people are touching, paying bills perhaps, or doing work. Your place should be well set up so that there are good markings on the floor so people can know where 1.5 metres extends to. And here is a picture of some floor markings that we have used. Do you have good hand washing facilities? Do you have hand sanitizer? Do you have a system where people who come into the premises have to hand sanitize before they make their way through your premises? And if possible, we know that COVID spreads much less outside. So could you perhaps do some of your work outside or have meetings outside? So people, place, time. Time is critical with COVID. The longer you're in contact with someone, the higher dose of virus you get, and the more likely you are to become unwell. And that applies to many other diseases as well. All these procedures are a great idea to stop other diseases spreading in your workplace. And finally, space. Do people know how far 1.5 metres is? And that's where the line markings make a difference. Don't forget your workspaces, your cubicles, your tea room. A lot of these procedures are not so necessary now because we don't have community transmission, but you need to be ready and have everything in place and have your staff well practiced. And finally, masks. Do you have a really good supply of masks? Because when community transmission starts, you'll need to have lots of masks because you've got to keep changing them. You've got to perhaps change them if you want to have a cup of coffee or have a cup of tea, you take the mask off. At the moment, it's not recommended to wear masks generally. Except if you're in New South Wales and Victoria, of course, but in Queensland, we need to just be ready. So I hope this has helped give you some guidance about what you can be doing now to make your workplace COVID safe. And if you do have any questions or you would like some more information or you'd like me to give you some tips, very happy to take your call, and all the details will be near the video. Thanks very much. Bye.